We're in a time where the word rights, it's one of the most bandied about terms, rights. And the disparate interpretation of just that word has created so much strife and everybody's interpretation of right. We first heard the rumblings of this during COVID. They would talk about masks as a violation of someone's right, which of course the flip side is then you're granting someone the right to get me or my kid's grandmother sick or kill them. So it comes down to rights. It's the rights argument. It's not going to end. It's going to what we've done is we've created this centrifuge, right? Where left and right have bounced off each other, okay? They have collided and thrust themselves almost right around the world where they've landed next to each other now,
Right.
around the sphere, and now they're next to each other. And I'm talking about extremism. I'm not talking about the majority who land in the middle, whether you vote for a Republican or a Democrat. We're all probably within 5 or 10 percentage points away from each other with a handful of beliefs. Talking about our extreme has stretched the argument so much because that bounce, that positive negative charge has really created such a chasm. It's so wide now. You used to be able to have a debate. A Democrat and a Republican used to be able to have a debate.
No,
Now they're
no,
on different planets now.
no. It used to be that a Republican could have a debate with actual Republicans, and I watched, what I could of the, Liz Cheney debate in Wyoming, and, I mean, I thought it was a sitcom. I
Mm,
mean, as far as I'm concerned, Liz I if Liz Cheney runs for president and she runs against Biden, I'll vote for Liz Cheney. I'm a Democrat, but I'm a
right,
centralist Democrat. And it's
right.
just like, I know she'll get shit done because you know why? Because if she's going to go to the bat phone, it'll be to Dick.
Mhm. You have any political aspirations? It might seem like a stupid question, but do you have any desire to ever do anything politically? I've never talked to you for more than 10 minutes where it didn't go to something in the news or some policy issue.
I, is it, I mean, is it, to me, it's just like, I don't play golf because I'm not going to be a scratch golfer. So, I'm just not going to be a scratch golfer. So there's no if I can't be really, really good at something, and in this country, I don't think that you can be successful as a politician. I just don't think that there's I mean, name one. Name a politician that's successful.
When you say successful, you mean to actually be able to get things done because of
I mean, when I was a kid, shit got done across. I mean, there used to be, 5 senators that were Democrats and 6 that were Republicans, and they were off in some wing putting some bill together, and they came to the floor, and nowadays, it's just like red if you're red or you're blue, it's just like, it doesn't work, like, we can't do it. It's and then it's like, "Well, we'll get the filibuster, we'll do this," or it's just like, our
but
country's a
people
fucking mess, like,
I know, but what I think really what it needs is there was a piece in the Times magazine on Sunday, and it was about I think that the title of the article, I'm going to paraphrase it, was something like the moderate Democrat has the most popular ideas. Why are they disappearing? And it was just an examination of that kind of that more middle ground, that more centralized opinion. And they had a poll that they quoted, and 47% of voters thought GOP voters thought the GOP was too extreme, and 48% of thought the Democrats were too extreme. So that's 95% of the voting population feels that their party is out of touch with a more moderate ideal.
right.
That leaves 5%. This vocal 5% on both sides will take the ones, taking a shit in Pelosi's office in the Capitol, and the ones that want to cancel anything that they have decided is offensive. So the two extremes, that leaves 5%, but it's become so vocal. But most people, the great majority, are where you are. So I do think you'd have success. I think people like you would have success in Washington.
You know, I think one thing that I would have going for me is, like, people say, so many Americans are uninformed. You know, they're just uninformed. And I'm like, they're uninformed because the middle class gets absolutely nothing. They gotta work 2 fucking jobs, shuffle
Yeah.
kids around. They gotta do, I mean, I'm sorry that I don't have fucking a half hour to watch the nightly news, but I've gotta get to my shift at Wawa's,
Yeah.
you know, after working the assembly line for fucking 9 hours. Like, fuck, it's like middle class America. When how about those I got two of my really close friends are teachers, and when Trump gave the tax cut, they got, like, $115 a month or something like that back, you know?
Mm.
And then
Well,
and then fucking Amazon fucking's not paying a dime.
well, the top don't need it. The
No.
bottom get it, and the middle have to shoulder it and pay it.
Yep.
That's who's paying the taxes. Listen, this brings us to our first of the weekly segments here, Kevin. This is the stiff one of the week. Okay, we're gonna get
Alright.
stiff. Now, who better to sponsor this, Kevin, than our friends at Blue Chew? Now, Kevin, the '90s, when the action was done in the ring, I would imagine that some of the boys could use some help with the action in the hotel rooms. Okay, but what choice did you have back then, huh? What could have done a run in for you and got a young worker going in the hotel room?
Once youth was gone, you were fucked.
That was it. I mean,